Listen, man, I'm ready to rise. I'm tired of being locked up in this cage. I'm tired of being locked up in this cell. Can't you see it in me, yeah? I'm ready to rise, y'all. Yeah, I'm ready to rise. Check this one out, y'all. Yeah. From the slums of the ghetto shores, from prison lockdowns, to my emotional struggles of incarceration written down on paper in bookstores. Can't you see it in my walk, talking eyes that I'm ready to rise? You can talk about my past, the character slips I've had, it won't last. When I was 16, I made one of the worst decisions of my life, and it cost me everything I had. In 1994, I was sentenced to 2 natural life sentences without the possibility of parole for first-degree murder, armed robbery with a firearm. A life was taken in my case, and I've suffered for many years, but I've been redeemed, and I've been brought back just to let y'all know that you can be a king. Check out this story. I think it'll change your life. Redemption, baby. What's up, y'all? This JD with Redemption Kings. Absolutely. And today, man, I got a story for y'all it really hit me. It hit the bottom of my stomach, man. The wrong way. So I'm gonna tell y'all something. It's a day, and a lot of dudes that's not paying attention won't see this here. But man, it's a time when you level up. I mean, when you was a teenager, 15, 16, going into 17, 18, you leveled up. Your mind wasn't working like it was working when you was 15. When you got 20, 26, 27, you leveled up again. 35, I leveled up. I'm leveled up now. So it's times in your life, right, when you level up and you got to leave people behind that you thought was your best friends, your homies, even dudes out here with these females, man. You know what I'm saying? It's a time in your life, when you got to level up above the norm because that's what you called for. And one of the worst situations that happened in my life, and you know what? It hit me because I got a homeboy. When I was on the streets, before I started gang banging, this dude had stepped to me. He was like, man, this is my dog. I'm talking about from 6, 7, 8, 9 years old, running through the streets. And when I got into that, I was trying to convince him to get into it with me. And he was like, nah, man, that ain't for me. You know what I'm saying? I don't need that, man. If that's what you want to do, do. Me and this dude, we went separate ways that time, man. Now, he was still my dog. He was still my homeboy. You know what I'm saying? But he had to let me go because I was on a different trajectory than he was on. And I didn't understand that. Now, God bless my homeboy because he doing absolutely great. Married, kids, big home, nice cars. He doing what he's supposed to do. And I'm just getting out the chain gang. You know what I'm saying? You see the wisdom of what I'm saying? Now, back then, I couldn't see that. Because back then, I had a lot of friends that I ain't want to let go. Even on the streets when I knew these dudes wasn't no good, I still didn't want to let go. It's a time in our lives, but you got to level up. Now, it's a story about leveling up. Because I got a homeboy, right? Not a homeboy as far as from the area that I'm from. Now, me and my homeboy, we was in the chain gang and we was tight. I mean, we was tight, man. I'm talking about, we ate our little goulashes together. You understand what I'm saying? We watched sports together. You know what I'm saying? We would go in the bathroom and fade and joke together. You know what I'm saying? This was my dog. But when my mind changed, y'all, guess what? He noticed. He noticed the elevation that was taking place in me, and he got jealous. You understand what I'm saying? Man, listen, that jealousy almost turned to blows. You know what I'm saying? Because one day, man, He came to my bunk asking for a couple of soups and some chips to eat, which I'm like, man, listen, you ain't gotta ask me for that. Go in there and get it. Cause you my brother, we down like that. No, man, let me get that, I'll pay you back. So I knew it was something up. But I just didn't know what it was. You know what I'm saying? But I'm like, damn, man, I wonder why he ain't just go get that. But you supposed to be my friend. You understand what I'm saying? So it's some people that you gotta cut off to level up to the next door. Now he felt some kind of way. And let me tell you something, man. When you feel some kind of way about somebody, that buildingness will build up in you. And every time you see this dude, or every time you see this girl, it'll rock with you. Because, man, every time I see this dude, I'm like, man, I can feel it radiating off of him. And the only way that I could solve that problem was communication. So I had to say, you know what? I'm gonna broker up something where me and him can get into a discussion and I can navigate it to where I really want to talk about. You know what I'm saying? Because this is my friend. But let me tell y'all something. With some people, there's no amount of discussion because they was in your life for a lesson. And this cat was in my life for a lesson. I'm talking about, man, this was my dog. He looked out for me, watched out for me, all of that. Absolutely. And in the end, jealousy, or whatever you want to call it, it reared its head. And when it's reared its head, it let me look at him. And I'm saying, dang, why is this taking place? It's taking place because I'm leveling up to the place that God wants me to be at. And if you're leveling up, you gotta leave these stepping stones that took you to that point. Now, don't disrespect them because they're life lessons. How you gonna disrespect a life lesson? Huh? That's just like your daddy. You asking your daddy for $5, and he telling you to get out here and mow this lawn 2-3 times a week for that $5. And you like, Daddy, listen, this is a life lesson because this lawn that I'm mowing don't add up to that $5 that you giving me. So it's a life lesson to tell you no. You know what I'm saying? So these life lessons that I was learning in prison was critical. Because let me tell you something, birds of a feather flock together. You know what I'm saying? The friends that you have, they show you who you are and where your mind at. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all are likewise. You understand what I'm saying? So these prison cats that I knew, that were my dogs, friends, man, when I started to change my life and become something different, my friends started to change as well. Because I started leveling up to a place where the blessing that God had for me could open the door for me. But if I would have stayed down there, I would have never got to the blessing that y'all see today, this miracle. So what I'm telling y'all now is, you know, sometimes you gotta cut them jokers off. You gotta cut them off, man. You gotta let them know that you're ready to rise, man, that you're ready to get up above the norm, that you're ready to, you know what I'm saying, set your boundaries. Absolutely, man. Because listen, if you let anybody into your life, they're gonna drag you down. They're gonna drag you down. Listen, I had a dog, and these dudes here, he had a homeboy, they was tight. I'm talking about, listen, anything the dude did, he helped him out with. You know what I'm saying? They went to the store together, they ate together, all this stuff here. These was dogs, and one day it separated. And you could see the drift. You're like, dang, man, what the heck going on? You know what I'm saying? They ain't talking to each other no more. Why they ain't talking to each other no more? You know what I'm saying? You know why? Because one just got an appeal back that's going to bring him back to court and go home, and the other found out about it. And ain't nothing happening for him. You know what I'm saying? So that stuff rocks you. You know what I'm saying? Because it elevates you to another level. And it elevate this dude too, because he can say, you know what? I'm happy for dog. But instead, he let human nature take over. and it destroys something that God probably meant was to be precious. Adore your homeboy. You understand what I'm saying? So let me tell you something, man. When God starts choosing your friends and who's supposed to be in your life, don't throw him to the side and expect this stuff to happen, because it was plenty cats in my life that I thought was my friends, and it was a few that really was, these dudes would go to bat for me. But I learned some hard lessons. I learned so many hard lessons concerning this. You know what I'm saying? And in prison, who you befriend is important. You know what I'm saying? Because if I'm, say I'm Devin, you know, and I'm this type of person, but I'm always hanging around him, they gonna label me in, man, D, why you always around this dude? You must like this dude. You know what this dude represents? I'm like, man, why y'all hating on dude? He just in his own element. Nah, it ain't no own element. You know what I'm saying? Because either you rocking or you not. This dude was taking people high, taking people food out of their house. Beat them down and stealing their clothes. And I'm like, what? You doing all of that? And they said, yeah, man. And you know what? They gonna think you bringing in people's house, beat down, stealing all of it. You know what I told dude? I said, man, listen, check this out. You know, I'm finna exit stage left. We was friends, but now, you know, we be cool. And I slowly backed away from him. Absolutely. Because you choose. Sometimes you gotta cut them no good friends off. You gotta let them know what time it is, man. You gotta let them know, hey, man, listen, you was in my life as an assignment or as a blessing. But God got the concrete thing for me. Absolutely. Absolutely. Check this out, y'all. Listen, we got an album coming out. Redemption King album by JD, my cousin Devin Cole. Absolutely. Man, listen, y'all gotta grab this here, man. And I'm gonna be throwing samples out there, letting y'all know what it feel like. We got a short going on out there right now. That spread, man, check it out. Because it's something new, you feel me? And that's how you get blessed, by understanding that. Listen, man, y'all stay up. It's 2026. Listen, when I got locked up in 1994, I never thought I'd be able to see this day. And I'm seeing it in spades. Man, listen, let me tell y'all something, man. Choose your friends wisely. You know what I'm saying? Choose your mind. Your mindsets wisely as well. You know what I'm saying? Because the mindsets and your friends go together. Because you take on their mindset, or you can allow them to take on yours if you're an individual. Are we individuals? Are we redeemed? Are we kings of our nature? You understand what I'm saying? I mean that being obedient to a God that can control his nature. Absolutely. Check this out. Like, comment, and subscribe. JD out. Redemption Kings.